Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish, and welcome to the Art of Haven, where home plus art equals heart. In today's live video broadcast is Coffee with Clara and Tish. Yay! Clara.
I'm in my closet.
There's so many things I could say right there, but I'll be good.
Oh, I know. It works off. I need more sticks.
I get that.
So, what do you do? Have calm demeanor? It's like, oh, everything's perfect on camera. No, real life.
Yeah.
Crap, I didn't get enough sticks.
And, today is just going to be kind of a chillax day. I actually have my stool out and everything. I'm going to be sitting down, just being all chill. Because we're going to...
You do most of your videos standing up?
Usually, yeah.
Huh.
My live streams and stuff, yeah. Otherwise, I lose energy. If I sit down, I start, kind of getting too comfy and just, doing that whole thing. So, yeah.
Mellow, going at a good pace kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes some sense.
So, what we're going to be doing today is using up some leftover paints. I've got a whole 9x12 baking sheet that I've already mixed up a bunch of the colors, but I just wanted to show you how I go through and use up some of all these little cups that I have. Ooh, this one here. Oh, I just knocked it over. This one here, I'll mix up and turn it into something else. But what I usually do, these ones, I have, you get these little things. These are sink strainers. Ow, that one still has a staple in it. It just got my thumb. These are sink strainers. You get the big one and the little one at the dollar store for $1. So you get two for $1. I use these all the time. Sometimes I will put like a pan hose in there. What I'll do is I'll pull it over the top and then rubber band it, and it works. But for today's purposes, we just want to get out any major chunks. I am going to be not using the Artist Loft colors. The only ones I'll be using in the coming year is the white and the black. I feel like I have other color. I have these colors options in better paints that give me more reactions, that give me other things. So I'm just phasing out all these Artist Loft colors for me. For if you're new to this and you want it cheap, I won't cheap because they're a decent paint. An inexpensive paint to play around with. The Artist Loft, the big, let's see, I've got my white line here. Here it is. These ones that come in all the different colors, the neon, you get all the primaries. They used to have gold and silver. I don't know if they have that anymore. I still have a little bit of those left. But these are great paints to start off with because they're inexpensive and they give you good results. They just, for me, I have other cobalt blue that is a little bit richer of a blue, and I have a red that I like better, and just, personal preference. So, yeah. So we're just going to, what I do is this one's been sitting around for a while, so I've given it a good shake, and then I'll run it through the strainer just to make sure that there's no chunks from it sitting around. And as long as it's fluid, doesn't really matter. But I'm going to put a little bit of blue and a little bit of this red. This is a Master's Touch Crimson, which is this is a semi-transparent, so it'll go well with an opaque color. It's a good paint, good color, but I like, there's another color that I have that is the Winsor & Newton Crimson that I think is just a little bit more rich of a color. So I'm phasing this one out with the old, in with the new, right?
Yep.
So.
Oh, I got my bottles of mix in. Yay.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I'm sorry. Are you jealous? Sorry.
Well, Krista sent them out to me on the 11th, and they're still sitting in Cleveland, according to the USPS website.
Oh, they're coming all the way from England?
Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland. Okay, good.
Cleveland.
Sorry, your audio breaks up occasionally for me. You know that.
Drew Carey, Cleveland.
Yep. Okay. Mine took a while to get here too. So I think I ordered it back when you first started talking about it.
Yeah, they've been backlogged over there, those ladies. Okay, that's what I need to.
I committed. I ordered several.
It's really awesome stuff, and I'm going to be after the first of the year. Once I get mine, I'm going to be doing some really cool experiments with it because I really do like it. I like the fact that it's very thick, and I can adjust it to how I want it to be. So,
yeah, we might have to have an episode just on how to use the mix for me too.
absolutely.
Especially since we're working on things going thin, and it's like, and that stuff's super thick, and it's like, no, keep it thick. It's like, what? My brain's trying to wrap around that one.
I keep things super thick anyway. You know, the only time I do a thinner pour is like Dutch pours, and for this, I'm going to be doing split cut pour, and I'm going to make them a little bit. I'm going to make my paints a little bit thinner for that purpose. So I've got this blue, custom blue that I mixed up. This is a metallic green. This is kind of a bronzy gold silver thing going on, and this kind of it's almost a rose color, I would say, maybe a Merlot. It's a dark red with a undertone of pink, and there's some gold in there, like a shift kind of thing. And that's the fun part about mixing up all these extra paints is you can kind of just play with it and go with your intuition. And if your intuition is wrong, you just mix it in with something else. So you just go with it, you know?
Yep.
Okay, so I've got these. You know, I'm going to put a little bit of this red in there too. This is the bright red from Artist Loft. And this is not a metallic. And then I'm going for a purple here that's not going to be metallic. And then we have the 3 metallics. And then I have some white that I mixed up, which is just me playing around and experimenting. See, I can feel it. There's a blob in there. But I want to reclaim some of these bottles. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bottles that I can reclaim for using mix. Because I'm going to still use my Floetrol glue mix because I've come up with a mix that I really like. It's Floetrol and white glue.
Mm-hmm.
And I've really liked working with it so far. So what I did, see, I told you there'd be a chunk in there. There's a huge chunk in there. It just kind of blooped right out. Because gloop happens, y'all. Gloop
Globule.
So what I've been doing is like this. The blue is my Floetrol mix. And then I've got, that's just blue electrical tape. And then I got white electrical tape. So if it's mixed with mix, it's white tape and blue tape. So this helps me keep them straight. That way I can have them all on the same part. And, you know, when I'm trying to, sorry, I'm bumping my table. Oh, okay. Well, we got people here today. Wow, it's not just us two hanging out. I thought everybody was going to be busy with Christmas stuff. And I still got to go grab the meat because I'm making lasagna. I didn't get a chance to yesterday because, holy hell, Kroger was
Yeah, 'tis the season for the craziness.
insane. But so I gotta go. There's a small grocery store here.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Smalls, and it's they have the best meat there, and they even on the side of their store it says you can't beat our meat, and I giggle every time. You know, my brain is not where it's supposed to be. Okay, so I'm going to add.
We were debating on doing a turducken this year.
Oh yeah, I've never had one of those. I've always wanted to try one.
But I finally was like, okay, let's do it, and went back to the store to get it, and it was out. It was like, okay, back to turkey again.
All right, so this is this same blue, and I'm going to add some of this blue because it's purple just to make it a little bit more rich. Because I
So
save
today,
plastic.
are you starting your cooking today?
Yeah, I'm just making lasagna today for Michael and Sarah and I, and then tomorrow I'll make a small ham and some mashed potatoes and a salad.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just be pretty basic and simple, nothing extravagant. I do want to bake some bread. With all the things going on the last week, I didn't get to bake any cookies, so I'm probably going to bake cookies next week.
Yeah.
And have them for my birthday.
There you go.
I'm going to bake a cake for my birthday cake.
Anybody would like to eat cookies, and besides, it's not holiday season is not done until New Year's is long past, so it counts.
There we go. That's a nice rich purple. And that was just from leftover paint. It's just about knowing your color wheel and knowing what's going to help make colors. And we could do a whole lesson. You and I, between the two of us, we're really good with color. I mean, you going to art school and me like being an artist my whole life. You just kind of develop an instinct for what's going to help do things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people.
And I approach things a little bit differently than other artists do, but that seems to be an age-old question about colors and how do I do colors and
Yeah.
Kind of...
It's you just kind of develop an instinct for it, and it depends on what medium you're working with too. Because sometimes they'll give you different results in a different medium. Like for me, when I'm doing like cakes and stuff, if I want a dark red frosting, I don't add more red. I start off with a chocolate frosting.
Mm-hmm.
And
really,
chocolate or put cocoa powder in there, and then put a red in there, and that cocoa powder automatically deepens the color. So
sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, you don't need a lot. It's like putting coffee in chocolate cake. You don't put a lot. You don't put like this so it tastes like a mocha. You put just a little bit of coffee, like instant coffee, in a cake mix, in a chocolate cake mix, and it makes chocolate pop even more. Just like, I think it's a tablespoon. I don't know. I don't have my notes with me. But I think you add like a tablespoon of instant coffee into the mix before you mix up your chocolate cake, and it'll make that chocolate flavor just pop that much more.
Oh, that's cool.
So let's see.
I did do a red velvet. I was telling you about the cupcakes, and it was one of those that had coffee in the recipe, and they turned out so good. So good. Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I was trying not to sniffle while you were talking, so I was holding my breath.
Oh, no.
Well, my one sinus is all like stuffed up, and I don't know what's going on, but we're just going to roll with it. But let's say hello real quick to Doris is here, and Jelly Duck, and Patricia Brogan.
Yes, say hi to the people.
Spoken. Regina, hello, Sweet Pea. And Jeff B is here. Hail, Jeff B.
Hello.
So, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and all the other ones, Kwanzaa.
And if you're an atheist, you know what? Have a great Thursday.
There you go. Hey, my son is an atheist, but yet he enjoys the Christmas holidays and the goodies.
I'll be honest, I was an atheist for a long time just because of what I had endured. And I just kind of finally said, you know what? There's got to be something bigger than us out there. So whether it's just the power of the universe or it's an actual God or, whatever. So, and to me, Christmas isn't about gift giving. It's about creating memories and community and like being with friends. And because I have a lot of relatives. I have a cubic butt ton of relatives, but I have a very small family. So I keep it at that. I don't let my mind go other places, and I try to,
Yeah.
Remember the spirit of the season. And it's also my birthday coming up in a few weeks or a few days, And so for me, my birthday is my new year, and I try and reflect on what I've done this year and what I'd like to do for next year. And
Do you really? That's a good idea.
yeah, because you know you can only grow if you let yourself grow. You can't.
Yep.
You can't. You
It's
know.
true. I'm always trying to challenge myself and all that.
Yep.
And especially with times of today. And in fact, my sons and me have that conversation all the time about, like current events and such.
Yep.
And all the civil rights stuff. And boy, that's offered a lot of great conversations.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Okay, let's see. No, and just on the news today, there was another innocent man shot, and it's like, when are we going to learn?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what color his skin is. It doesn't matter where he lives. He doesn't deserve that end.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
deserves that end. So, but then again, I'm kind of like I said, I'm the happy, dirty hippie.
You're the happy, dirty what?
Dirty hippie.
Oh.
Hippie love, peace freak, all that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's me. Oh, Shiza.
We love you.
One does. Okay, hang on. Let me get my white because I want to. So I'm going to try something a little different with this. Okay, this white is really thick. So put that in there. And I'm trying something different with the white. I put some, because some gloss polyacrylic in there. And it's got some iridescent in there. It's got some titanium white, house paint, and some Artist Loft Flow white. So we'll see how this goes. But what I'm trying to do is just Fiona did those really cool kind of crackly looking backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to see what I can do with it. Okay, I cut it thick and then I did with those. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying not. I already have a bit like those plastic bins you get at the dollar store, the white ones that are like little sinks.
Yes.
I've had one in the sink for like the last 3 months, and I finally got them got it all done. Right, got rid of it all. Well, now I have a full bin again.
Of course.
So that'll be my reflective time. Okay, so I'm going down to about a 1 with these colors. So they're really thin. That's a little too thin. I want a little heavy-handed. So this is what we do with that. We take the other color and we just add some more. Why I left a lot of room.
Oh, I did something cool the other day. I treated myself to, this was more of a personal task, but I know you play games and such. I got myself like a little dice mold, like to hold your dice in it.
Very cool.
Yeah, and so I was having fun with the resin.
Like a Scrabble rack?
Not like a Scrabble rack, but like for playing D&D.
Right.
And you have your set of dice. Yeah. Little dice container.
I've seen them where they look like kind of like they're long and skinny, and they have
this one's round. It's got little honeycomb holes that the dice sit inside. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So you got a resin mold that's that?
Yeah, a silicone mold that I can play with and add resin to it. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, that's better. No, that sounds fun. All right, let's see what this guy looks like. And then, I've had the question come up.
Yes.
as far as like when you're mixing, your old paints together, what if some of it has silicone in it? Throw it in there. That's my opinion. Just throw it in there. Because a couple of the pots, I wasn't sure if they had silicone in them or not. Some of them were thinned down for a Dutch pour. I just dumped them all in one cup. I ran it through just like I did with the blue and the red. I just dumped it all through the little strainer thing and went for it.
There you go.
And then you can use them, when you get down to like this much left out of a big cup, when you mix them all together, then you can thin this down and do Dutch pours with it. It just don't. Everybody's always saying, oh, you waste so much paint. I'm like, not if you are, mindful about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have all this paint here, but if I was thinking about it or felt up to it last night, I could have done my scrape thing and done my lines on tiles and stuff. But I was a little too far gone last night to bother with that. So
that's all right. We still love you. That's my go-to response. We still love you.
Really close friends last night. This is a little bit thicker, but that's okay. Okay. Now I've been playing around with different pouring mediums, and well, that's the other thing I added to this white is a little bit of GAC, the GAC 800. I got about that. It was on sale on Amazon. I'm like,
oh yeah, definitely.
That's cheap. I'm buying that. So when I was shopping for Michael, I got a little present for me too.
There you go. Yeah, that's the cool thing about holidays and stuff, and a lot of specials. You can get a lot of specials on the art supplies too.
Yeah, they had our test on sale too. I almost got some, but I'm like, no, I need canvases more. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just ordered a bunch of canvases for Michael's. I'm not real happy about that. But no one else has the 12 by 12s, and those are my favorite. Because they're not too big and they're not too small.
So that seems to be the topic lately, is the lack of canvases.
I know. I'm stretching my own. Damn it. I don't want to. That's all. It's like I like my 12 by 12s and 20 by 20s. Those are my favorite. Those, I don't know. I just like them. So. There we go. Yeah, these are all really good. But, so what do you have planned for Christmas?
Cooking up a freaking storm. So we've got my boys and my nephew, hubby, and my parents for Christmas. Possibly have daughter-in-law coming, and maybe her boyfriend. So it's like I'm not sure how many people are coming, but yet I already cook a ton of food anyway, so it's not really an issue. And I just start cooking today. Basically, what I'm doing is pre-prep stuff, chopping up everything,
right,
and having it ready. And then we will. I'm sorry.
You do Christmas Day celebration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then what we'll do is when the food's ready, I have one of the kids run it over to mom and dad, and then they sit down with us, and we have them on the iPad on FaceTime, and so they join us that way. So it's kind of cool. And I have found lately I've been doing turkey breast for meals instead of a big turkey, and it works out great.
Yeah.
It cooks up far less time, and yeah, everybody gets usually what they want, which is turkey breast.
See, I like the drummies. I like the drumsticks. That's my favorite.
Drumsticks?
Yeah.
You sound like a Renaissance girl.
I am a Renaissance girl.
Waiting for that 12-hour chime at the Renaissance Festival.
We have a cannon that goes off at the close of or the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. There's a cannon that goes off at the end of the show, at the end of the day. and it's fun. And then they have the drums that play and right before the end of the show. And when cannon goes off, it's time for you to leave. That way, us festies can party.
Mm-hmm. So this is probably going to be the last arting I do for a couple days. So thank you for having me this morning. Just make sure it happens.
You know, some people celebrate Christmas Eve and some people celebrate Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you know,
We celebrate for several days. You know,
well, growing up, it was always Christmas Eve at my aunt and uncle's house. And then Christmas Day was at Grandma and Grandpa's house. But it was always an adventure because we lived in Glenwood and all my dad's side of the family lived in Pipestone, which is like a 3 or 4 hour drive. So it's kind of fun. One of those things.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to move this canvas so I can move these colors out of the way.
Yeah, I'm probably going to make some stroganoff tonight. So it'll be combination turkey, all the sides, stroganoff in the fridge. I won't have to cook for like 3 or 4 days after this. It's like everybody just raids the fridge like crazy. So it's like, it's awesome.
Well, I figured if I cook enough, it'll save me from cooking too much in the beginning of next week. So, because I figured what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the lasagna tonight, and then tomorrow will be just the little ham dinner, and then this weekend I'm going to make another homemade pizza.
Nice.
So yeah.
You had me at homemade.
It's like, I think Michael's going to get sick of pizza. And I'm like, because I've been testing it out and it's like, well, I want to do this and do that. And let's do the metallic. I just didn't want the green next to the purple, but I don't think it'll, yeah. There it
We may have changed this to a cooking channel and you show me how you do your pizza.
Well, and you know, that's one of the things that I am going to be doing after the first of the year on my Patreon. I'm going to do more cooking stuff and more of the stuff that I enjoy along with the art, you know, because my Patreon is where I get to be me. You know, the YouTube channel, I'm still me, but I got to stay within a niche, you know, the fluid art niche.
Mm-hmm.
But I know how to do so many things and I want to share my knowledge with people. And so by joining Patreon, I'll be going live on Discord and doing a cooking video and art video. If you join at the $10, that's at $10 level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for $10, that's a lot of information for $10.
Yep. Pops that up.
I am still having the contest for Patreon. So if you're not on the Patreon and you join this month, you'll be put into a drawing for a custom commissioned 12 by 12 fantasy flower. I'm going to be giving actually 2 away. I'm going to be giving one to current, you know, people that were before December 1st. They get their own drawing. And then people who joined in December will be added to the second drawing. So, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that probably every other month or so. On my Patreon. I'm weird that way. Okay, this is going to be a challenge for me. My hands really hurt this morning. So.
Oh no, is it the cold weather?
Yeah, so between the cold and just all the cleaning and stuff that I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like right in the back of my hand, and I don't know how to do exercise.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, it's in the back of my hand. I don't know. So. Well, Deb from D&D Art Gallery joined in, and Tracy from Tracy Creating is here. Hello, good day. Okay, so we got this 16-inch round. Which is bigger than my my turntable, but I wanted to still be able to use my turntable, so that's why there was that piece of foam core on there. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put a little bit in the middle. This is a little bit thicker paint. But I want to... Oh my goodness. I'm going to do something different. Are you still there, Clara? Did I lose you? I lost Clara. Oh no. Artist down, artist down. I'll wait for her to beep back in before I start doing this. There she is. She came a knocking at my door. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Cool. So I've got the weird little helicopter sound thing going on. Wait a minute. I think it went away. Yes, it went away.
I don't know why you have such
Nope,
issues.
it's still there. Crap. We're having all kinds of issues.
Because you sound clear and fine to me.
Oop, you came in awesome. All right, yay. So I'm debating on doing some giveaway for my 5,000 live.
I know. I heard. I'm like tickling. I'm like tickling 1,000. I'm like right there. And it's like, okay, this time next year I'm gonna have 5,000. Damn it! But I also have some really cool things coming in the works for next year too. So that'll help me get there. So
that'll be cool. I was thinking about giving away one of my trays.
Oh, I would love to have one of your dragon trays.
I guess I better do a dragon tray then.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe I just filled this up too full, but wants to come out the side.
I've been having fun with the color shift, doing some painting on the bottom of my some of these little turntable things.
Yeah.
And it's been coming out kind of fun. And then I do resin on top of it.
Yeah.
They've been coming out pretty.
I love those tips.
Oh, we have movement behind me and I didn't see who it was. This is going to be very pink. This is like very chilling and relaxing, like you said.
Yeah, just kind of chill and relax before we all have to do our craziness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if you don't have to cook, you still got to travel. And
Yep.
in the United States, that travel thing is just a thing, you know?
I have learned to go things, just kind of wing it, and adjust as you need to and just not overly stress it'll get done.
Well, yeah. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And
Yep.
just don't tell anybody that was on the menu, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's why, menu is usually a surprise.
True.
And I always have, and here's my trick. I always have a jar of turkey gravy sitting in my pantry.
Same.
So that way Murphy can just, suck eggs.
Okay, so you're gonna laugh at me, but usually I end up just doing brown gravy out of a packet for Turkey Day. Everything else is fresh, but it's just like that. It's like the easiest thing to do. And I have the funniest story with the gravy too. So we went over to my husband's sister, and she's like a really good cook. I mean, she goes to the ultimate length of brining it for so many days, marinating the nth degree, and the gravy's all from scratch, and it's like top quality stuff here. And so my kids are eating the dinner, and she's like, how do you like the food and all that? Of course, they're younger, right? We're talking mac and cheese kids here. And they're like, I like mama's gravy better. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oops.
Yep. It was just one of those funny moments.
Okay, so that turned out really cool.
Oh, the kids have planned my next couple days after Christmas, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. I worked on a bunch of videos to upload them so I could take a couple days off. Yeah, we're going to be messing around. They have a game called Ark, which is one of those, where you mess around with dinosaurs of different types and do, construction and stuff like that. And they're like, that's what you're doing to those 2 days. Like, okay.
Well,
So we're going to be gaming all day. I think it'll be fun.
that will be fun.
A lot of shenanigans. I'm up for shenanigans.
Live today here. I gotta go run some errands. I don't know. I think that one turned out better than the first cut pour. I like the idea of starting on the edge and going and coming in. That helped me create some really cool lines. I'm just working on composition.
Why is it no matter how big your table is, you could always use a bigger table?
Yeah, I got a 6-foot table and I need 6 feet more.
Uh-huh.
I'm so afraid I'm going to drop this. My hands I'm shaking. I don't know if it's coming.
No.
I'm just shaking. I'm like, dude, no foliage. Foliage would be bad. I'm going to leave it just like that. I kind of like that. I should have wrecked it, though, I think. Actually,
oh, you want to hear kind of a funny thing? Those little angels I did for my mama that I shipped everywhere?
Yeah.
About 90% of them came back decapitated.
Oh, Oh,
It wasn't a big deal. They were kind of that thin wooden type of ornament thing.
yeah.
So, and I just figured, with the way since it was such a lightweight thing, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh yeah, but it was easy to fix. I just glued them up, and
No.
oh yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Mama will never notice. And I did a little touch up on the painting and stuff, but it was funny. It was like
Oh,
90% failure. Jeez.
that's flakes that I did the flip cups on. And I was going to do them at the auction. Yeah, those broke. Like 90% of them broke. And I'm like, you know what? F this. I'm done. There we go.
I'm gonna try and steal them back from her and maybe resin the front of it to really add a lot of strength to those things.
Yeah.
Because now they have everybody's signature on them, so they're worth a lot, emotionally.
Right. Yeah. Michael and I were talking about Christmas decorations because for my birthday week number 3, he gave me a TARDIS box that lights up Christmas ornament, and my favorite Doctor Who. Golly, now I can only think of his name. The one with the I can't think of his name. Why? Okay, I haven't had enough coffee yet, I guess.
Okay, don't hurt me, but I haven't watched a whole lot of Doctor Who's.
That's okay. That's okay.
But I have watched the crud out of the Star Trek, so.
Star Trek Next Gen is my thing. OG, the OS original series is Michael's thing.
Mm-hmm.
Diane likes Voyager, cousin Diane. So we're broad based.
I love the movies, especially the newer movies. Oh, there's that scene in the one when they first did the oh gosh. Okay, so I would say more the modern Star Trek movies, put it that way, when they were first building up the Picard character and such. And so there's that scene where he steals the car. We're at a Blockbuster. My boy is about 5 maybe years old at the time, and they've got a big TV screen in there. And I remember this, and he immediately got glued as soon as you walk in. It's like mesmerized by the screen, and they were playing it in the on the screen. And so I'm looking at movies, keeping my eyes open for him. It was a small store. It's elegant, A&B store. And so it's right at the time where he steals this car and he drives it and it goes over the cliff and he jumps out in time. And Mikey goes at the top of his lungs. Oh, he's in trouble. It was so stinking funny.
Yeah. The kids say the darndest things.
Oh, yeah, it was so funny. So what's your favorite kid memory? Oh, you snorted. Oh, it must be good.
Christmas time favorite memory is going snowmobiling with my cousin Kyle. And I swear to God, it probably isn't true. It's just the way I remember it. But he would, because Kyle is 3 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
And he's driving the snowmobile. And I kid you not, that boy got us stuck every single time we rode together. Every single time he would get us stuck in a snowbank.
That's funny.
And it was just like, dude, don't go. Oh, don't go.
And
So
then you have to dig him out.
Well, I'd be like, okay. He'd be like trying to dig us out. He's like, okay, you sit here because you're smaller. You sit here. Back when I was skinny and little. And he's like, you sit here, and when I tell you to turn on the gas, push the gas. And I'm like, well, okay. And so we get ourselves unstuck. But I remember one year we were out on the back 40 somewhere. We were like a mile from the house, I swear to God. And my cousins came looking for us because we had been gone for so long. And yeah, that was funny. My cousins were awesome when I was growing up because I was the only cousin that didn't have siblings. I was the only child. And so, my cousins, stepped in and made me part of their family. And I appreciated that growing up so much.
Especially if you had them close by and all that. That's great.
Well, they were 3 or 4 hours. I don't know. It just took forever. That's all I remember as a kid. Yeah. But, growing up, I didn't have the best childhood growing up. I won't say it was the worst because there are people out there that had it worse than me, but
I understand completely.
But it wasn't the best, and I was kind of the invisible child. And I'm grateful for my father for what he did teach me, and I'm grateful for my mother for what she taught me. But and I probably, if I had to go back and do it all again, I probably wouldn't change anything because it made me who I am today. It made me resourceful and all my experiences.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you wouldn't have otherwise. Yeah, if you changed the thing. I agree with you completely.
So I'm just grateful for that, and I'm just gonna, be who I am and be original to myself. And I think I overstretched it, but I really like it now. I don't know if you can see it. I like it. Just like that. Oh, Regina says, hey, Tish, I shared your videos with a friend of mine and her husband took up the craft. He loves it. He asked me. Nice. Thank you. Well, thank you, hubby, a friend of Regina. I appreciate you and thank you for the kind words.
And thank you, Regina, for sharing.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Regina, for sharing that. Because here's the thing, y'all. Some days are good days, and I laugh and I have fun and everything. But there's some days out where I wonder why I'm here, and I wonder why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I always call them my voices in my head. Because you're your own worst critic, and it's just
it's hard pressing on sometimes.
And sometimes my brain just decides to be an asshole. For lack of a better word. And but comments like that are what keep me going. Comments like that say, hey, thank you for what you do. That hits my heart and gives me strength to keep going. So I appreciate that so very much. Is this planet? Yeah, it does kind of look like a planet, doesn't it? Michael and I have been watching this Nova series. I can't remember, but it's about the planets and stuff. And I'm like, wow, it'd be really cool to take that and do this. And I bet you I could use this effect to get that. And so, yeah, because my nerdy brain,
Yep. I get it.
Jelly Duck had to leave, heading off. Take care, everyone. Merry Christmas, Tish and Clara. Thank you,
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate.
Yep.
All of it.
Wow, it looks really red in the camera. I didn't even notice that because it's kind of a pale. I'm hoping this dries just like this, though. We'll see what happens. Because I did put that gloss, what's it called? Gloss polyacrylic in the white. Because I was trying to do kind of like, I thought maybe that would be cool, but I ended up stretching it out. Maybe that's what's giving me these kind of pillowy edges, which I like. I like the spillowiness of it.
Spilliness?
The pillowy. It's pillowy, fluffy, and soft.
Fluffy.
But I still got lots of fluffy. But I got lots of really cool lines, but there's not a lot of cells, and I'm okay with that. So last night's painting didn't have a lot of cells either. And I have that sitting over to the side. Yeah, I cleaned off the stove just so I could put it on just so I could put the painting over there.
That's funny. All right, I'm going to be bold, and I'm putting yellow and purple together. Oh my God!
Go for it. Go for it.
You know, it's one of my favorite color combinations, just because it does what I call creates that contrast or tension. But you got to be able to pull it off, and sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Sorry, I had a sneezing attack.
Bless you.
I actually muted my mic because I didn't want to be annoying loud.
I caught the last part, of it. All right. I'm actually kind of hoping that it'll create some really pretty bronzy-like colors in there.
I don't like when they say mud because you know what? I thought mud was pretty when I was a little kid because I got to make mud pies and playing in mud with the food.
Mm-hmm.
I like mud. Now when things get muted or not right,
Washed out, yeah.
washed out, that's what I don't like. I mean, all colors are beautiful except pink. But
in that case, I'll do a lot of pink for the next one for you.
But you want to do a close-up of some of the ones you've gotten done?
Sure.
I've got full screen. For some reason, you're really pixely, though.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why.
So you're saying I should go slow as I wrap the cord around my arm to make sure I don't dip it in the paint?
This is paint, not resin.
Okay, call it a habit then.
Paint washes off. Resin, not so much.
Yeah, true. I've got a silicone case on my phone just in case I drop it. We don't want to say that, but you know what I mean. That one's kind of a hot mess, but I like the colors.
I like that one. I like how it's just kind of discombobulated.
You do?
Yeah, I like how
I was kind of discombobulated too.
It looks like someone dancing.
Yeah, I could see that. Very
American
kind of
dancers that have
flowy, like
stuff
fabric.
on them. Yeah. Or like yeah, it looks like someone dancing.
I can see that. All right, bring me in a close up on yours. I want to see yours.
Okay, hang on. I just want to say, she says, yeah, I need to scoot too. I have cookie dough and colored frosting too. Make for piping. Love you all. Merry Christmas. Hugs. So that was from Regina.
Eat some cookie dough for me.
Yeah, no kidding. I want cookie dough.
We all do it. You know it.
Gina Bina says, season's greetings to you all from Tootsie and myself. Love you all. Love you too.
Love you too.
You. Okay, let me bring in my screen. And I'm still working on the lighting here, so I apologize for the glare. Just with everything going on.
We're dealing with a shiny medium. Glare's gonna happen. It's just
but this is like super uber glare, so
big white spot.
This big huge white spot. But I like how this turned out.
Oh.
To that. Can you see all the lines and the cool
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this one dry. Like I said, sorry for the glare. I am working on it. It'll come together. I just, like I said, I get pockets of time to work on things. And then I gotta go run do something else. But okay, let me see if I can get this in there. That is really cool. Here, I'm gonna bring the glare.
That is cool.
I love that right there. That's kind of a purpley gray. And then there's green in there and all the different colors. Just kind
I've
of.
been able to get multiple lines. I can't do it in a tree ring pour, but I can get away with it in a dirty pour. Go figure. I don't know why it is like that. When I do it with when I do it with resin, it works
Yeah.
like that. So
Well, next time we work with resin, which unfortunately will not be next week because Tish will be hungover, and I do not want to work with resin. I love
Tish
you.
will be hungover. I like how you're talking in third party there.
Tish will be very hungover, and
No problem. You got next Thursday off then.
we'll start after the new year. We'll do 2 resins in a row. We'll do
That
resin.
sounds like fun.
Yeah, and so next week we'll do another acrylic pouring thing. I'm going to bring out some mix. I'm going to be working on something over the weekend. I'm going to work out the kinks on it. I do still have some mix, and I do have paints mixed with mix, so I can play around with it. But there's something that I have up my sleeve that I want to share with you all. I'm working on it right now. So,
all right, I'll have my mix ready, and we can do it.
I was mixing up all these paints and getting things cleaned up because we moved the studio and everything and shifted it, and so now it's like we're good. But yeah, so I just need to make room.
Understood.
Working on it.
It's an adventure. It's an always on the list thing.
always on the list. Jan is here. Hello. And yes, I am aware when you try to open or load the YouTube live, it sends out a message that the content may be inappropriate. Do you want to continue? Because I have it marked as adult, because I do not want some parent out there that their 14-year-old child is watching this and I accidentally say shit. Well, that was well, you know what I mean.
Well, shit, Tish, you're not supposed to say that.
I want to be able to speak freely, and some people find swear words offensive, and it may not be appropriate for them. So that's my way of doing that. Slow mode is also a way for me. I'm still experimenting with that. Slow mode is nothing you can change. I change it on my end. It has nothing to do with the size of my channel or the size of the chat. It's just because I want to see if more messages will show up in StreamYard versus the live chat on YouTube, because Michael has actually missed messages. I've watched the stream on StreamYard and I've watched the stream on live chat because I have 2 monitors and I have 2 different chats going, and there are messages that he doesn't get in StreamYard. And if he's going to be moderating and doing all the things for me as an executive producer like that, I need him to have all the chat. So I was playing around with the slow mode and seeing if that helped fix it. And so I'm doing that again today, where I'm comparing the chats. So there's nothing against you guys. It's just me trying to help Michael do his job. So, because he's awesome and he dedicates a lot of time to me and the channel, and I'm grateful for him so very much. So anyway.
Just keep him narrating anything he can, because dang, that voice.
His voice is chocolate to me. It's like, dude.
just talk. You don't need to do anything else.
Yeah. Just, he could read the newspaper and it'd be sexy as hell. So anyway, we're going to do Friday Night Flip Cup. I do not know if Brooke is going to be there. She has holiday things going on. I told her it's not a big deal. I have an idea for a Flip Cup that we're going to do, and we're going to do it on, I think we're going to do it on another round. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens when I get there. So we'll see what happens. But we are doing Friday Night Flip Cup tomorrow night. We are doing Saturday Night Shenanigans, and Testing Tuesday, I have something kind of cool up my sleeve. But I haven't taken pictures for the thumbnail yet. So when that gets released sometime in the next couple of days, I'll set it up. You'll get to see what we'll be playing around with. And then, of course, next Wednesday, y'all, mark it on your calendars right now. 1, we're doing the Patreon giveaway. 2, it's Artapalooza. And 3, it's my birthday. Woohoo!
Birthday shenanigans.
Birthday birthday shenanigans. So be prepared for some spillage of paint because that would be me.
Uh-oh. Do we need to bring our tankard and all that?
Yeah. I think I'm grateful I have, a floor mat out here and stuff and ready for it to go. So I'm prepared. But anywho, I just want to take a moment and thank you all for joining us this Christmas Eve morning.
Thank you. Thank you for
Claire.
hanging out with us all these, all mini videos.
I know. We have so much fun, though. This is so much
Yes.
fun. So much fun.
Sorry, I had to sneak in another one.
All right. You guys have a wonderful Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I will see you Christmas Day night at 7 p.m. for Friday Night Flip Cup. Y'all take care. And remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.
There you go.
Okay, finding the button. There's the button.